So my name is Rob Hagan, and we're building an addition and doing a remodel on a house that was built in 1988, and hadn't had anything done to it, so it was ready for some work.
And Rob, you're using the owner-builder approach. Tell me how that thing works.
So basically, you become your own general contractor. We're doing it through HomeWrights, and it's a program that allows you to kind of be as involved as you want to be, or as uninvolved as you want to be. But it's designed so that you can, for us, it's saving us a pretty good amount of money, but also control the project as you're going through the process.
But you've got the team of people at HomeWrights to back you up with their skills and resources and contracts and paperwork, correct?
Exactly. And that's the reason we went with this program, is because they had the contacts, they had the contractors, they had the supplier base built up already, so it allowed us to be able to do what we want to do with building a house.
Otherwise, you would have been on Google trying to find yourself a plumber, a framer, electrician, all that stuff, right?
And coming through COVID, that was not an easy process because they were all buried in projects and you couldn't get anybody.
Yeah.
So this allowed us to actually do it ourselves, which is nice.
So the subs at HomeWrights have, in a sense, been vetted by them.
Absolutely. They are vetted. They're all licensed, bonded contractors, so you got the security of having that behind you. You don't have fly-by-night contractors.
So if I can ask, what could somebody save on a house like this as an owner-builder?
So I would say from our side, we're probably in the 25% range, which is substantial if you think about that. But if you think about a typical contractor, general contractor, that's not far off of what they're earning when they're building a house for you.
Yeah, they're going to mark it up 20 or 30%.
Exactly. So you're basically cutting that out.
But you're doing some work in return.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's sweat equity involved. And for somebody like me, I love that kind of stuff. I'm a hands-on guy, so it fits me perfect.
But you don't have to be pulling that saw or swinging that hammer if you don't want to be.
You don't have to. In fact, they'll do the whole project for you if you want them to.
Yeah.
But this program allows you to be as involved as you want to be.
Cool.
Which is nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, we love it. It's great. It's a great program.
What advice would you have for somebody who's thinking about being an owner builder but has never built anything before?
Sit down with Dale or Brian or their other contacts. Talk about what you want to do, and they are very experienced in the building field. They know how it all goes together. They know the process, and they can give you great advice for moving forward. And I think when you're all said and done, you sit down with them and talk with them. If you have an inkling of trying to do a project yourself, then they'll get you feeling like you can do it.
Is control important to you in this situation?
For us, very much so. Very much so. We've seen a lot of projects that other people have done that they haven't had control or didn't monitor the project, and things like that you tend to have a lot more problems. If you're hands-on and involved and paying attention to what's going on, your issues become a lot less, because you're monitoring things and you can catch them before it's too late. I know every window, basically every stud, every steel beam, everything that's going into this house.
So this is your forever home, I assume.
It is my forever home. Not that we're going to live here forever, but it's designed like that.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be. Very well.
You definitely have one of the most beautiful locations. Tell me about the location and why you chose this area.
So when we first came to Colorado, we lived in a rental house. We knew at some point we wanted to build a house. And had looked around for a while and decided we were tired of paying rent and decided to buy a house and possibly live in it for a while and then turn it into a rental and build another house. And then we found this location with the mountains out the back and all the pasture land around us, and decided to keep the house and do a remodel and addition on it. And just love the location. It's a great place. If you look back, this is part of the old house that was built in 1988 and hadn't had any updates done to it since it was built. And then when you come down this direction, you can see where some of this is rebuilt from 1988 But this is where it gets really dramatic, the difference.
Yeah.
So this is the family room area here, and then it transitions over to the master bedroom. But this is the addition area over on this side. This is the old house here. When we get things going, the upper part will be board and batten, and the lower will be stucco. So we'll do stucco all the way around on the lower level, board and batten up above.
And how many square feet was it before, and what will it be when you're finished?
It was combined with the basement right around 3,000, 3,500. When it's done, it'll be about 5,500, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good size, but we're a family of 7.
Well, you use every inch of that one.
We need the space. We need the space.
What kind of features are you adding to the place with all the revisions?
So we've done the double windows here on the family room side. We've done the addition of a master bedroom on the main level where it used to be up above on the old side. And then we've completely opened up the inside of the house. It used to have a central wall, which was a support wall. We added a bunch of steel beams in there so that you can have open space.
Yeah.
So if you walk up to where the new front door is going to be, you'll be able to look through the front door, through the house, and out the back of the house to the mountains.
And there's Pikes Peak right over there.
And Pikes Peak's right back behind us.
The camera does not do it justice, I have to say, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah. So, and we've kind of made the upper level, kind of our younger girls are going to be on one side, and then our son, a little bit older, he's going to be up on another upper level. We added a party room, a TV room, so a lot of stuff in the addition.
Yeah.
A lot of different things.
I noticed a little greenhouse out there. You're going to be growing your own food too?
Yeah, I didn't get a plant this year, but I built, a lot of that was built last year. And yeah, you can grow all your fruits and vegetables and everything you need there.
Yeah.
We put in a little orchard over there too.
Is that year round? You heat that?
No, it's not heated.
Oh, okay.
It stays warm inside, but if we put a heater in there, you could grow all year.
But you got a long growing season anyway.
Yeah.
Longer.
Yeah, much longer. Well, one thing, this is a real windy area up here.
Yeah.
And when I first put in the garden before that was rebuilt, and the wind was blowing all the stuff right out of the ground.
Right out, huh?
Blowing right out of the ground. So I put that in, and then everything grew like crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to this owner-builder concept again. So if somebody's never done this before, they just happen to be interested in controlling things and getting what they want, what do you think the skills are or the personality traits they need to have to be successful as an owner-builder?
I think your trait that you have to be is you have to be, one, really interested in your project. You have to really want to be, not necessarily involved swinging a hammer, doing plumbing, lifting beams. You don't have to do that, but you have to want to know all the pieces of the puzzle that go together to building a project.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, it gives you the ability to monitor the trades that are coming through.
Sure.
Not that they don't know what they're doing, they do, but it helps you in the process of going through it all. And I think that's really the key factor is wanting to be involved in it.
And how did the people at HomeWrights help you on a weekly or daily basis, as in Dale and Brian?
So they come out to the site. They'll come out and, early on, they're with you going through your design, going through your engineering. They work that whole process with you. So they work through you with the design, the engineering, and getting you ready to go in for your permit process. That's a process to go through to get to that point.
Sure.
Once you get through permitting and things like that, you've already got a base of contractors ready to go. You have to make your calls and get your contracts set up, but you're right there ready to go. And then they come out weekly and kind of monitor how progress is going, making sure you're not falling behind.
Sure.
They do have a computer system. I'm not a real computer person, but they have a system that you can enter your stuff into, which helps them track and monitor.
Yeah.
And but for us, because we've had the experience in the past, we don't use that as much as probably some people would. But they keep track of it.
Sure.
They put that stuff in the system to make sure you're keeping on track.
So they help you look ahead and stay on track.
Exactly. The program is always looking ahead. What's next? What's coming up next? You know, so that's very helpful, especially for somebody that hasn't been involved in this before.
Sure, sure.
You know.
So at the end of the day, you're going to save a chunk of money, get exactly what you want, and what else?
And get the satisfaction of saying, you know what, I did this.
Yeah.
You know, I may not be swinging the hammer, might not be shooting the nail guns, but I did this. I built this.
Yep.
And when it all comes down to it, that's a pretty good feeling. Love the process. Love the guys at HomeWrights. Love the contractors that they have supplied for us. We have become friends with them, and it's a great process. And I highly recommend, if you're considering doing it, jump on board. It's a great program.